Hi guys. So happy you're all here today. We're really lucky. We have Paul Butler today, and he's streaming in from Canada, from Toronto, Canada. And I know a lot of you know him because he's been here many times, running our collage party in the gallery. He started coming in 1997 and has done 4 whole parties. And we're going to do another one in October, October 2nd. And before we got ready for the next collage party, we thought it would be nice if Paul came and told us about his history with creative growth and about his own work. So we're so lucky to have him. So please welcome Paul.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to press share my screen.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, Paul.
Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody.
It's nice to be down there. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
I'm way up in Canada right now.
Is it
I'm
getting
just trying
cold there yet,
In
Paul?
Canada? You said
Yeah.
you're in Canada?
In Canada, yes, up north in Toronto.
Wow.
I know. I
That-
usually
that's
take a
far
long
away.
flight to come and see
Yeah.
you every year, but not this year.
Oh yeah. How you doing, Paul?
Good,
What's
good.
up?
How's it going?
Yeah, so you're in Canada, right?
You betcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
North,
he
your
is.
friendly neighbor up north.
How's the air up there, Paul?
Does it feel cold out there?
I wish I could tell you that it was cold,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's kind of nice right now.
It's not cold.
Toronto
It's
is close
nice.
to New York.
Oh. Hmm.
So whatever weather they have in New York, we have here pretty much.
Hmm.
And the air quality is really poor in British Columbia because, as you know, of all the wildfires. We have the worst air quality on the West Coast in the world right now.
It's true.
So, got to do something about that climate change. You guys ready to hear some stories?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I would tell you, actually, Kathleen, 2007 was our first collage party. Sorry,
What did I say?
misinformed you, 97. But 97 is when I graduated from art school. So we can just mix that in.
Yeah, let's just start there.
I thought I'd tell you, yeah, we'd start around there. I was born in 1973, so I'm 47 now. And I'm going to start way, way back and tell you that I was always drawing when I was a kid and was always told I was going to be an artist and I should go to art school. And I listened and I went to art school and I loved drawing. So I went to the school in Winnipeg, my hometown, right in the middle of North America. It's close to Fargo, if anybody knows that place. And then I went to the Alberta College of Art. And there I was getting closer and closer to graduating, and I was going to start my professional life as an artist. And I love drawing and painting, figurative work. I found Lucien Freud's work, and it just kind of paralyzed me. I thought, boy, that's exactly how I want to paint. What am I going to contribute that's new to the world? And this was, my last semester of school, and I kind of panicked, but I just started to collage for fun. I wasn't thinking about it like it was art. I just wanted to hang out with my friends and make art. And we just started to do that because we really wanted to, but we didn't think of it in terms of, it being something that I would do for 20 some years after, or I would travel around with it. It was really a simple, sincere sort of effort and gathering to coming together. So the collage party started kind of unconsciously, and people just started calling it the collage party, especially when, oh, that was supposed to be a big dramatic switch of an image there. But when I graduated, I went back to Winnipeg because I was in Calgary, and I got a studio like you're supposed to do when you're an artist. And I sat there by myself, and I kept making excuses to go have coffee with friends and things. I really miss the social part of art school. And now that I think of it, it's probably why I like creative growth so much, because you're not making art by yourself, you're doing it with friends. And it's a chance to kind of learn too, seeing what everybody else does. So I hosted this collage party at my massive studio in Winnipeg with some of the other people on my floor. They were in bands. So we said, let's just have a big party. And I left all of these magazines out on the tables just to see what would happen. So I found these pictures, somebody sent them to me recently. These are before digital cameras. This would be 1998. And people are smoking inside there, not wearing masks, very different time. And this was kind of the first collage party where, I mean, it felt like there were so many people there. It felt like people were talking about it the next day on the street, and they just talked about it as though, like, did you go to the collage party last night? So it kind of took on its own life at that point. Trying to advance here. Now my pictures won't advance. Oh, here we go. It's really slow. Sorry, guys. So that's another picture from that first one. Still at that point, I'm not thinking about traveling with the collage party or anything, but I got an invitation to go to Goldsmiths College in London. My friend was doing curatorial studies there, and she told the class about this collage party because they were trying to come up with an idea for their grad show, and the teacher said, why don't we just invite them? So she called and said, would you be interested in coming to London? And I said, yeah, of course, that sounds incredible. And then I went to the Manitoba Arts Council that helps out artists in Winnipeg, and asked them if they could help fly me there, if there was any way I could apply for a grant or something. And I remember that my advisor saying, Paul, have you like, this is art. Have you ever heard of art happenings and things like that? So I was kind of the last one to see the collage party as a form of art. And then at that, do you have a question? No.
Diana's trying to say hi.
Oh, hi. I can't see everybody, so bear with me. So now I'm starting to get more and more collage party invites. This one was really epic, where we were in a space we tried to go 24 hours and we didn't make it, but the gallery ended up giving us the space for a week. So that was the first time it went more than one day. And it was just a big mess. And
Sorry, I just wanted to say I can see Joe's hand. Maybe he has a question. Do you want to take it now or when?
Sure.
You got to unmute, Joe. You want to ask your question?
How long you did this stuff?
For over 20 years now. So 23 years I've been doing the collage party. A long time. So this is that collage party after a week. We got a sponsorship from 3M. They gave us tons of tape. Yes? And then I started to get invited different kinds of places. So this is a school it's the Victoria School for Visual and Performing Arts in Edmonton, Alberta in Canada. And it's kindergarten to grade 9. And I don't even know if they learn math there. It's just music and art and like utopia. So we had a 3-day collage party there, and the teachers were all so impressed that they were so focused and well behaved. And I thought it was because we just let them do what they wanted to do and didn't give them a certain assignment. So I really enjoy the freedom of the collage party. I never want to tell people what to make. I think everybody has that creativity in them. And collage is a really great way to get it out of people because it's so accessible, right? Like most people can cut pictures and you respond to images, you react to things instead of sitting in front of a blank piece of paper and inventing something from your imagination. So I feel, when somebody comes in and says, oh, I don't know how to make art or something, I get really excited and want to prove them wrong and show them that they can make art by the end of the collage party. Here's another collage party where we ended up, we had a bunch of cardboard donated, so we made a fort. Sometimes collage parties are 5 people and it's really quiet and we listen to music, but it's never uncomfortable. It's always, I just think it's such a beautiful energy, you know. It's not awkward like it can be when people are in the room together and nobody's talking, but with art, when people are making that, they're just really engaged and focused. She was short enough that we let her dance on the tables. This is another gallery where we just created an installation for a month with a stereo and TV and everything. Had different groups come in. So now at this point, I'm trying to get the collage party to as many different kinds of people and communities as possible. People in the art world know about art. I wanted to bring the collage party to people that were intimidated to go in an art gallery or say they can't draw a straight line or something. I wanted to show people art, how to make, and you know, that they could make it too. If I'm pausing, it's because I'm waiting for a picture to go to head. Another one at the Art Gallery of Ontario here where, you know, there was a lot of people in attendance, but I was still so shocked that they all participated. These are all young business people and they came from work. I thought they'd just drink and talk, but again, it was quiet in there and everybody was really engaged in the collage. So that's probably 10 years ago now. And I was starting to feel a little exhausted because I was traveling around and doing the collage party. I met Tom through something else, through an art gallery that I used to run. And I would go travel around with that and sell my friend's art from Winnipeg. And we met at one of these art fairs in Miami or New York or something. That was kind of the start of my relationship with creative growth. But I wanted to come, and you know, around this time too, I was hearing about relational aesthetics and social sculpture, which is more common down on the West Coast in California. I think people up in Canada hadn't heard about it so much, but I like the idea of the people being the art material and their ideas and that social exchange and a lateral learning, how we're all growing together and connecting with each other and learning about each other and sharing our views about things and articulating them. So I asked a designer friend if he could make me, I wanted the collage party to not be limited by me and my ability to travel and be everywhere. I thought, wouldn't it be great if there was like a collage party table in a park? And in the benches, there were magazines and it was waterproof. And he came up with this design. And the slide is gonna change any second now. So we did this for a big show all about Winnipeg art in Paris. And the sticks that you see are wood. And as the collage party happened over the 3 months that this show was up, people would pin up their collages on what I think of as branches and fill it like a tree. So it's this common spot, everybody comes together and fills it with their ideas. And, you know, kids always love the collage party and I always love working alongside children because they're just so open-minded, you know. I find artists are often have a lot of rules in their head, which shouldn't be the case. And these are just a couple interesting shots. So that brings me to creative growth and my pixely images. So I mentioned that I met Tom and Jennifer and Becky. So a lot of you will remember them. And at an art fair somewhere, but it was Matthew Higgs, again, who introduced me to creative growth. I say again, because I know that He has been a champion of creative growth and introduced lots of people to all of the great people and artists there. But he was right in telling me that I would really love the place, because I sure did. And I just think it's utopia, you know, because I like making art around people. And I just find, like, whoever you are, you can just be yourself at Creative Growth. So the first one in 2007, I brought a couple artist friends of mine, Michael Dumonte, who is behind the ladder there, or in front of, and he's come with me a number of times. Richard Boulay is there as well. Guy Madden, the filmmaker, came that time, I think. I got to start pressing advance of the slide before. And I just rushed this morning to make this presentation, so I apologize if not everybody is represented, but I found some pictures from our first collage party way back, so I just thought it was neat to see. I have a photo of Gail holding a cat collage, I think every year. There's Dina. I don't know if anybody remembers our collage party. We had an opening at the end and we left all the mess on the floor. And Michael Demonte had an idea to make a pizza and have everybody make a topping to put on it. And then we just left it on the floor to confuse people. That was our big collaborative project we did together. Then I want to talk about John, of course. John kind of, to me, represents exactly what I want the collage party to do. He was working in another medium before, I think it was the second collage party. I don't know if he was there in 2007. But boy, did he take to it like fish to water. It's like he had never seen collage before, and he just fell in love with it, you know, and was very successful with it. So to me, that's just the perfect example of what I want the collage party to do, because it gave him a sense of purpose. It gave him a career too, you know, like it just became such a big part of John's life. And when he was sick last time I was there, we made this post. I made a collage here just to say, I don't think I knew the extent of his health issues then. I just knew that he wasn't able to come, and we made this wanted poster to say, we want John back at the collage party. And we sent that to him in the hospital, I think. Casey also was rushed to the hospital one year, and I sent him a get well card that, and this Matt knows, this is where I really started to struggle, and my pictures were vertical, and then when I put them in, they went sideways. I don't know.
What did you say, Paul? It's free exercise, right?
Just do some stretches. You can
Yeah.
look at them. But there's John and I, good collage buddies. And then I was really honored when he made a collage of us as good friends. So I have that with me. Some more sideways pics. Some of my friends, Karen Azulay that I brought, Michael with Dan Miller there again, Jasper the dog, Jorge the dog whisperer. That dog bites everybody that comes up to him except for him. That was pretty special. And I don't know how my pictures got so pixely, but that's just a nice photo of our opening from that night. Yeah, I thought we'd talk about some of my work too. Should we stop for a second and see if there's any questions?
Excuse
That's
me,
a good idea.
Paul,
Yes?
what was John sick, Casey sick with? What happened to Casey?
Oh, Casey had a stomach ache. He was okay. He came back.
What happened to John?
John, does Matt or Kathleen want to handle that one?
Yeah, Monica, John was very ill with cancer and he passed away, not that long ago.
John?
John Hiltunen, yeah. But one of the reasons we're talking about John today is because he was so much a part of the collage party and he loved to collage so much. It was really nice, Paul, to see that collage that you made of him. Monica, Paul made a collage of of John Hiltunen wearing a big cowboy hat, and it says "Wanted" over his head.
I miss Hiltunen.
Yeah, I
know.
think
Yeah,
we
we
all
all
miss
do.
John, but I think, John
I,
also would want
I'm,
us to
I
remember
miss
the good
John
times,
too.
and I think that's, what Paul's doing as well, is just remembering all the wonderful experiences that
Oh,
we
yeah.
had at the collage party. I think it was really formative for John, and he would always tell people about how the collage party really transformed his art making experience. And so I think, John would really like us to think about all the fun times we had collaging, and we had laughing at his collages and how
Yeah.
silly they were.
Hey Matt, I miss John too.
Yeah, I think we all miss him a lot, but like I said, I think he would really love it if we just tried to think about the positive impact that he had and how much fun we had with him.
He's a good
Hey
man.
Matt,
Good man.
I'm
When-
gonna try to kind of steer the conversation a little bit just towards the Paul and the collage party, and if we can talk more maybe towards the end if we want. But does anybody have any other questions about some of the slides or anything that Paul had to say?
Can you put your hand up if you do? Hello?
Hey,
Hi,
Gail.
Gail. Hi. It's good to see you, Paul.
Hey, Gail.
Hi. It is very sad. We lost John earlier this year, and but he's a good guy. He was a good guy. He also did some videos with
Yeah.
John Bond videos.
Yeah, you did that James Bond one.
Yeah. Have you watched the some of the videos that he created?
I have. I'm a big fan. I have a great book of collages that he made. But we're gonna keep celebrating John. Every time we collage, we'll be thinking about him for sure.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought I might try and make some collages like John
Yeah.
style when we collage in a couple weeks.
Gail, I know Paul actually mentioned you by name in his presentation as having made a cat collage for every collage party. Do you have any collage party experiences or insight or?
Well, it is fun, and it takes a while to complete it.
You make a lot though, not as many as Dina.
Yeah.
Dina has the record, but-
I have my own materials, and I cut some of the objects out, and then glue. I have glue sticks and some Elmer's glue.
You'll have to make sure you get a good cat book for.
And sometimes I don't know. Let me ask you this: have you ever did some cloth? Like collages made of cloth, or
Ooh.
besides paper,
Well, I was
some
going to save this
materials
till the end.
like cloth or fabrics, huh?
That sounds like maybe it's a good segue to some of Paul's artwork.
It is.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you right now, Gail, that I want to start making quilts.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So-
and I excuse me for just a minute. There, last December, I received, it's a postcard that the picture that I made with the cat, and I remember when I did it at Meadows class.
It was a show card for one of the exhibitions, right?
Yeah.
And it was a gold glitter collage cat.
Right.
Well, I need one of those.
I have some, excuse me, I have some with me. Maybe I can send you one of these days, but I have to send in care of Creative Growth.
We can make that happen, Gail. That sounds like a good plan.
Thank you. And let me ask you this. Have you contacted with your friends?
Michael?
Yes.
Michael's going to join us when we collage in 2 weeks. I've invited everybody that's ever come to Creative Growth with me. So
so exciting.
Michael is very excited to see you all.
Yeah, and due to the pandemic, are we doing collage by visual?
Virtual?
on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
So
that's
we'll get all that information out to everybody in time, but we're going to do something like this, but we'll be collaging for a couple hours together. The best together that we can do right now.
okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah. Thanks, Paul.
Good to hear you.
Lizzie has her hand up.
Okay.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
I'm Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
And my question for you is how do you manage to do everything with collage making?
Well, I like how you asked me that question. Like I do everything, but I only do my little thing, you know. When the collage party is going, I'm just like everybody else making my little collages at the side. So I maybe I'm not sure I understand the question well, but I just do everything like everybody else with one foot in front of the other and do as much as I can and the best that I can and try to be a good person,
Okay, thank you.
which is a lot.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. So do you want to look at some of my stuff?
Yes.
So I made some collage recently. These are like collages that Matthew Higgs gave me a show at the Gallery White Columns 2006 or so. And we showed these flower collages that I had made. And I call these like ready-mades, like Duchamp, you know, in the sense that you kind of find them. So there was this collage party years ago, excuse me, at the Victoria School, and the kids tore things out of the magazine differently than an adult would, I think. They kind of cut out big chunks and stuff, and it was a bridal floral arrangement magazine. So when I found what seemed like, you know, the magazine with all the good parts cut out already, it sort of created these compositions that I was really attracted to, like Frankenstein collages or flower bouquets. So just, I had only made 6 of them. And, you know, that was 15 years ago. And people would say, hey, if you ever make those flower collages again, I'd love one of those. And I'd think, oh, you know, I did that in the past. I'm not doing that again. But then I thought, why wouldn't I make things that people want? You know, like I'm just being a silly artist and I enjoy making them. So just this last year, I set out and made a whole bunch more. I see
Can I say
Alice
something?
has a question.
Go ahead, Al.
To let you know, you guys remind me of my little bit part of my childhood, because I went to the 36 art studio, and I've been doing those collages before and kind of get my hands to do something interesting with my hands. So I've been doing that too, not all the time, but once in a while I do, but not all the time, because it get too messy and get my hands too sticky. So I stopped doing it ever since.
Well, instead of the glue stick, there's a thing you can use. It's like a roller and you don't get so sticky. Maybe we could try that next time.
Okay. And just a reminder, most people like you, to let you know that I do into specific things. Like I'm into collage once in a while, but not all the time, but I want to. But it's hard for me to make up my mind.
I appreciate you telling me. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll look at a couple more flower collages here. Slowly. It must be because I'm in Canada.
Has to travel a long way.
Yeah. And then I take these and I photograph them in a way that they kind of mimic a collage how it would look if it was hanging on a wall. See, the little shadows are cast a certain direction. So I capture them or scan them and then blow them up as big photos. So these all exist as big photographs that are 4 or 5 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
These are, and I kind of work in like, I have a different, I'm a serial artist. Like I've got different bodies of work that I do and have done for years, like these cutout figures. I used to, I guess I call them now like what's within, as in, I think of people as these vessels that get filled with experiences and stuff. Sometimes you got to go back and look at some of those things and adjust them and make room for other experiences in your life. And that's not the best explanation of these works. They kind of look cool.
How big are they, Paul?
Well, these are just tiny, but I've blown them up as well. And this one, like the white in the middle, if I blow that up and mount it on aluminum, I'll have that cut out. So it's a space you see right through to the wall where it hangs.
Cool.
I've blown them up life size with the goal of the person standing in front of it feeling like they could enter the piece. And then sometimes I just make collage. A lot of the time I make collage like this, I'm going to admit, where I don't know what it means. I think of myself like this. These collages have to get made and they need a human being to assemble them. These images they want to get married, they want to be together, and they need Paul to glue them together. So in my studio, it's a big mess and I'm trying different combinations of pictures all the time. And every once in a while, something clicks. It's almost like I hear a beep, like an autofocus camera. And then I'll put it aside and I won't glue it together. I'll sit with it for a month or something. And if it still holds my attention and is interesting, I glue it together. I think I probably only show 30% of the collages I make, because I understand that not every, sometimes you got to make some mistakes to learn to make the good ones. Picasso said you have to make 99 bad drawings for every good one. Oh, this picture that's about to change, I just thought it was about looking at yourself, introspection, therapy, and all of these things. This one just felt like something from my childhood. I loved heavy metal music, but I went to Catholic school. How did my pictures get so pixely? That's just kind of a joke about a landscape painting, like just pushing a big tube of paint onto a landscape. Take it easy. I try and be positive and laid back, send positive messages to people. This one's a little more complicated. It's like life, but life is kind of like this pathway sometimes, a little sketchy. These are all art ads from Art Forum magazine, where I cut out all the advertising, all of the names and all of that stuff, and just kind of return the advertising of art magazines back into art. And in some cases, they just show pictures of their galleries. So I cut out all of the art and everything. I wanted to just talk about the gallery spaces, where we show art. So in this one, where the art was, those are cut out and it goes right clear through to the wall that it's hanging on.
Well, I think we have a question from Eli.
Eli, I'm ready.
Dude, I am a fellow heavy metalhead.
Thank you. Good.
Yeah. What type of bands do you like here?
Well, I was into heavy metal in the 80s. So, you know,
Yeah.
Motley Crue and all those bands. Now I like every kind of music, but I listen to Mastodon.
Are you on Facebook?
No, just Instagram.
G-
But you know what? We're gonna listen to music next in 2 weeks when we collage. So I'm gonna take that as a request for some heavy
Do,
metal.
do you think maybe I could maybe get your phone number? Because I would love to be in touch, dude.
Sure, we can arrange that after, but maybe not with everybody watching right now.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Let's talk. We'll talk later, Eli. I'd love to talk about music.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sound good?
Looks like Larry has a question now. Go ahead, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
oh, earlier I does like about some of the flowers that I had seen, and the pictures and all great stuff. But it was a great collage. And then earlier when y'all talking about, I know months ago when I'm trying to say when John, what's his last name?
Hiltunen.
John Hilton. It was sad that it really is sad when we had lost him. It was like months ago, but then sometimes you never know. You never know, he could be into the next life. Who knows?
He might be watching us right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, that was
then
a
I'm
big
looking
call.
at this picture of the water, but it looked like it's an ocean or something.
This one here?
He probably watching us in heaven.
Yeah, definitely.
He probably
While he's collaging, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he could be there, and even Lisa Campbell or Anna Allegra, and who knows, even if Classy would be there.
Oh man, he's probably having a good time up there.
Probably making a
yeah.
mess, getting magazines and glue all over the clouds.
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard you never have to clean up your mess in heaven.
I never heard that.
And your hands never get sticky.
Your hands never get sticky. You always glue it in the right place in heaven, they say.
Matt.
Larry,
Hey,
is that
Matt.
Joe, maybe we can try and save some of the questions until the end. Is that okay?
Yes.
I'm getting pretty near the end here, so bear with me and then we can talk about anything and everything. This one I made during COVID. I started to make art for like I started to make it for my mental survival, really. Like I was making, I don't know, what am I saying? Like when I started making art, I made it for me. Then I went to art school, and then I started to have to make a living off of my art, or it seemed that way, that I'd set it up that way. So you start making art for other people unconsciously when you're trying to sell it. And I'll admit, after 20 whatever years of being a professional artist, I lost some of my spirit. And this COVID and being forced inside kind of helped me get back to why I made art originally. And I made a lot of art that I'm really happy with over these last 6 months. So I started making art for myself again, if that makes sense. Like the other way I look at it is when I graduated from art school, I was a very different person, and I've grown and evolved since then. But I had these goals in mind when I was 22, and I just put my head down to accomplish them. Well, 20 years later, when I lifted my head, I I kind of arrived there, but I realized I had changed. So I've just spent a lot of time with people that are close to me and, you know, the people that I trust, and talking about success as an artist, you know, like my definition of success has really changed since I went to art school. And it was really important for me to ask those tough questions. And I feel like I'm in a great place where I'm making work that I'm really happy with again. Like this Don't Worry, which is just a message when you feel that isolated and alone, and you know, it's just some comforting words to say, don't worry, somebody's out looking for you. Let's see what else we got.
I
It's
see
coming.
Myra has a question. Myra, do you want to unmute yourself? Do you have a question? You're still muted, Myra.
Can't hear you, Myra. You have to unmute.
Can you unmute yourself, Myra? Can you hit the mute button?
Okay,
There
now,
you go.
Yeah.
Got
Yep.
it.
There we go.
do you speak Spanish?
No, I don't, sorry.
No.
Je parle un
This
petit
is
peu le
Myra.
français.
Huh?
Sorry, I speak a little French is all.
Myra, do you have a question for Paul?
Paul, yes, my question, Paul, I like the idea like inside, outside.
That's nice, Mary. She likes the idea of the inside and the outside.
Oh yeah. A lot of inside these days though.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you think of this collage?
oh.
I like it.
Yeah.
This one, this is another example where I just really like it. I can't tell you that it means anything in particular. I see a face,
Yeah.
and I think of the artist Mondrian, his use of color. But that's it. I just feel like I'm kind of giving life to these collages, and they just needed to come together, and then it's not my responsibility after that point. This
It
was
looks
a
like a
COVID
primary
collage.
color.
Exactly,
Excuse
the
me, Paul.
primary colors.
Yeah, with red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you have the world of color in those. Everything's possible.
I see Larry and Eli both have their hands up. Maybe Larry, you want to go first because you're already unmuted.
Oh, okay. I like this picture with the leaves, with the water and the cloud. But before that, I liked that other one that looked at something like the beach. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And it looked like it's some color, like some color paint, the stuff on it. Yeah, like purple, yellow, and orange. And then this hill looked like the tree, but like I said, it's kind of remind me of the beach, and there's the water. But that looked
feeling,
terrific.
right?
Huh?
It's like a feeling. It's sometimes hard to put into words, but you get a feeling from a picture.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think Eli had a question next. You want to go ahead, Eli?
It's really just a comment, but dude, you have made my fucking year. And
Well, that's a quote of the year.
And
It's a tough year to make for somebody too.
I just sent all my info, even my Instagram to you in the chat box, so you got it all.
Eli's gonna put his Instagram in the chat box, I think.
I just did it. I just sent it right to you.
Well, my Instagram is in the Creative Growth Instagram because they just posted something about our collage party, so you can find me there.
I've got something to say.
You remind me that I do have Instagram on my phone, so I could do that.
Yeah, we can all look at each other's pictures on Instagram, whoever has it.
Jorge, go ahead. Do you have a question?
Yeah, love your picture. Sorry I was a little bit late getting the class.
That's okay. We're glad you could join us.
It's good to hear you, Jorge, but it's not very clear. I have to admit, I couldn't understand.
We've been trying to troubleshoot that for weeks, Paul.
Okay. But good to have you. Better late than never. So this collage here was like a COVID one, just looking out through a hole at the great outdoors. And the next one is coming any second now. This is going to be incredible. There it is. These crowd collages, they kind of challenged me in a way that I wasn't expecting. I just like this idea of making crowd collages, but they really became about diversity, where I just found all these, you know, I couldn't find diversity in crowds in the books of that I had in my library of things to collage with. They were from the papal visit and concerts and stuff. So this series kind of challenged me and made me ask a lot of questions. And they were supposed to just be kind of these simple kind of Where's Waldo collages originally, but you know, we got to talk about some bigger things in life right now, and it's hard not to be political with your art. You know, when you see so many things that have to change in the world. So I've always made kind of simple collages, really, that aren't super challenging, but I feel like I want to change that now. But I do love hockey. I'm from Canada. And the last gallery I showed with, I'm not working with them anymore. And I will say one of the reasons I was really disappointed when they didn't want to show my hockey work, because they said not everybody likes hockey. And I thought, you know, not everybody likes everything. That's why we should show these. So I made all of these hockey collages for anybody that cares.
I love hockey.
Thank you. That's one person now. On purpose.
I feel like it's my favorite sport. I don't even like sports. I like hockey.
It's the only sport I'll watch on TV.
Yeah.
It's pretty entertaining. So I have a feeling that this might be my last slide. Here. Let's see. Oh, problems. Everybody's got them. Maybe that's my last one.
Wow, look like an explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's a blow up.
Yeah. Everybody gets some. It's just how you deal with them.
Smoking, looking at some cloud.
Some dark clouds.
Yeah.
So
like an eruption.
Wow.
I think the original picture is a painting of some like warplanes fighting in the sky or something. So that's where the dark smoke comes from. But yeah, I often just try to capture feelings with collage.
Does anybody have any more questions? Maybe we could stop screen sharing, Paul, so we could all see each other.
Yeah, sure.
There we go.
Hi, everybody.
Paul.
Does anybody have any questions for Paul?
Well, now I
Somebody has a question.
That is a very tinny voice coming through on my end.
That is Delisa, I believe.
Go ahead again, Delisa.
Do you want us to go to the gallery view?
Yeah, I think that's a
Yes,
good
let's all
idea.
go to
Lisa.
gallery
Thank
view.
you. Does
Good
everybody
idea.
Okay.
remember how to use gallery view on the top right? You can switch
Yeah.
from speaker view to gallery view. And if
Yes.
you go to gallery view, you can see everybody.
Okay.
Let's go
Yeah.
to gallery view and let's keep our microphones muted. And if you have a question, raise your hand and we'll say your name.
Julie's hand is up.
Julie has one. She's knocking.
That's, we're supposed to use the signs so our voices stay quiet so everyone in class has a chance to talk.
Good
Um,
Zoom etiquette, Julie. Thank you. Good to see you.
One thing that's new I learned about collage is collaging things about life, like not just passions we like cooking, gardening, you know, different categories like veganism, vegetarianism, plants, or like gardening, whatever. But yeah, one thing I would like to expand on is
Jorge, we're trying to hear you, Julie.
Is things in life, like
Totally.
yeah.
And lately I've been thinking, I always thought National Geographic kind of had a bit of everything for everyone, but have learned more recently that not everybody feels properly represented in National Geographic. So I thought I'm doing another collage party with another organization here, and we have to make care packages for people to pick up stuff to collage with. So everybody's getting some National Geographics. And I thought, instead of trying to represent everybody in every package, I would just share this challenge and say, like, let's fix these pictures, So if you don't feel represented in it, fix the pictures so you are, or, like, that's the great thing with collage, is that you can cut something out and replace it with the right thing. So I think a collaging is kind of problem solving too. Thanks, Julie. Jorge's got a very bright.
You're muted.
You're muted, Jorge.
The
We
mute
can't
will
hear you,
have-
Jorge. You're muted.
There you go.
Okay. That's a nice picture that you do. How you gonna take the picture you gonna tell a story?
All I heard was that I had a nice picture.
Jorge, can you try to speak as quietly as possible and say it again for us? Not slower, Jorge. Just quieter. You try to use a whisper voice if you can.
Picture you will tell a story about. Like better?
Can anybody
One
help
more
me?
time.
How you pick a picture to tell a story about.
How
do you choose a picture to tell a story about?
It chooses.
Yes.
I just flip through books until something catches my eye. And then if I catch myself going, should I tear this out or not? I just tear it out, because I'll never be able to find it later when I inevitably want it. So I don't look for specific things. I try to let the pictures speak to me and grab my attention. Does that answer your question, Jorge?
This is a little bit better.
We still have some work to do on it, Jorge, but that's okay. You gave it a good effort. We got your question.
Yeah, we pulled off a question and an answer there. Thanks, Jorge.
Looks like Lizzie has another question. Lizzie?
Okay, so my follow-up question was how did, well, I know it's been a long time that you have been making collages, and so my question is, what kind of advice for other people who has or interested in making a collage.
Oh, I have some advice. Do you have any books or magazines with you that you can cut up?
I do, and I would love to share my work. So far, I have made the late Selena Catania,
Oh, there, great.
and then I made the Creative Growth, the program.
It doesn't look like you need much advice.
I make for like other people, like like in the program, from the program. But yeah, so I also made these like celebrity collages, and then I have a group. Then over here, I got the Lucille Ball.
Awesome.
So yeah, so basically my question was about for other people, not just myself, but other people.
Okay. Well, what I usually tell people is to grab a book or magazine that they kind of like or respond to, flip through it and pull out any pictures that kind of catch your eye or grab your attention.
Okay.
And then usually a theme kind of comes to them. This is what happens. So someone comes to the collage party and says, I don't know what to do. What do I do? And I tell them what I just told you. And then I say, call me if you still need help then. And they never call me back. Because I think everybody knows how to collage. They know how to arrange images together and stuff. So what I do is just encourage people and let them know that they're totally capable of doing it. There's no right or wrong way. And whatever they produce is their voice, and it's awesome. So when I taught at a collage class, the university got mad at me because I just gave everybody good grades. I like what everybody makes because it's theirs.
I saw Joe, Spears, and Frankie and Delisa all have questions, so maybe we can do them in that order. Joe, do you have a
I
question?
want to see more, Lizzie. Looks great.
Joe?
Joe Spears, you're up.
Yes, ma'am.
You were raising your hand like you had a question. I wanted to check and see if you had a question. Or were you just raising your hand in your sleep?
Huh? I was got a question for him.
Go for
I'm
it.
all
Now's
ears.
the time.
I like that picture you made.
Which one, Joe?
The one got the kangaroo one.
Which one?
The kangaroo, but maybe it was a deer.
Oh, the deer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
the deer, not the kangaroo. My bad.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
The deer.
Yeah.
The deer and my favorite one, I like the paint that they got the water.
Oh, the paint face. What did the deer one? What did it mean to you? Does it make you think of anything?
Yeah, it make me think about animals. It think about my cat.
Oh, yeah. You don't get many deer in Oakland, I don't think.
No, we do.
Oh, you do?
The hills.
I'm in Alameda.
Oh, nice. Gail, I see you with your hand up.
Yeah, I like the flowers.
Oh, thanks, Gail.
Yeah, and as for that deer, it's like a mirror image.
Which kind of image?
Mirror.
Is like a mirror.
Mirror, yeah. I thought about this deer running in to seeing itself in a mirror and just being so confused. You know, like when dogs first see themselves in the mirror and they think it's another dog.
Yeah.
Maybe Frankie and then Delisa?
Yeah, I had a comment and a question. My comment was I had never really done collage before the collage party. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 years ago, but one thing I really liked was flicking through the magazines to find something and finding, for example, where someone had cut out a silhouette, and then the page behind it would be like
Yeah.
blue sky or something. And I told maybe Matt, and Matt told me that that was something that like you did in your practice, which I see, I heard you talking about today. So I just wanted to say I thought that was really cool.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks.
And then my question was, in your studio at home or like wherever you make art, how big is your collection of collage supplies and magazines and books and stuff?
Well, if you want, I can turn this around and I can show you right here and right now.
Yes, that'd be great.
As long as it doesn't make anybody too seasick. So I have those shelves, right?
Mm.
Can we spotlight Paul?
I think he is.
What is? I don't do that. Do you?
We've got you. You're all good.
Yep. My tech crew, have you got my back?
Always.
Always.
Well, let's tasseled here, but
And a reminder to go back to gallery view for all of our friends.
Cool.
Wow.
that's my studio.
Lots of space.
The bike on the roof.
It looks really clean.
Yeah.
Tidied up for you.
Too clean.
Some tape.
Wow.
It's no good when it's clean, really. It's better when it's messy. The more art comes out of a messy studio than a clean one. But I just wanted to be presentable for you guys and tidy up.
Well, thank you.
No, you're probably imagining like this is what Canada, all of Canada is like now. So I felt a duty.
Kathleen,
kind of
you
cool.
at Crater Grove?
I am so.
I knew it. I could see all the stuff behind you.
Oh yeah, there's probably some.
I think Delisa had a question. Did you, Delisa?
Trying to.
I'm still listening.
When do we get the stuff for the collages?
When do we get to do the collage which?
When do we get the stuff?
We're gonna bring it on the 29th and the 30th of September, okay?
Okay.
With the supply delivery. I'm gonna make a kit for everybody with scissors and glue sticks and magazines and records and paper and all kinds of fun stuff.
I got plenty of glue sticks.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Well, you might just get one more.
I see Gina also has a hand raised.
Me too. I want.
Joe, talking while your hands up kind of defeats the
Let's
purpose.
see, Gina also has a hand raised. Go ahead, Gina.
Yeah. In 2007, my collage went to Canada.
For a show or something?
Right?
Your collage went to Canada?
Yes, it did.
Did you mail it?
No, it's from Creative Growth. Coming from Creative Growth.
Oh.
So cool, Gina.
That's exciting.
Exciting, yeah.
You're an international artist.
I am, thank you.
Thank you for that share, Gina.
Absolutely, yes.
Ooh, Matthew?
Yes. I see Diana's hand is up. Diana Lowe.
I need the focus on Diana.
Oh, cool.
She's showing her deer.
Oh, I have some deer here.
Looks like them. Very nice. I think that's Bambi.
Thanks, Diana, for sharing.
Diana, will you use that in when we collage in a couple weeks?
Yes, I will. Yes, yes. Yes, I will.
Oh, that's going to be fun. That feels like a long time, 2 weeks now. But that'll give us a chance to collect some things to cut up.
And that was sort of the idea, Paul, that we'd start to get excited after we saw all your collages and photos and everything.
Yeah, and I think Diana did
Yeah,
a
I
good
should do a
job of
couple
showing
more.
everybody that you can start to collect your own materials too. You don't have to just use what we provide, but if you have other magazines or books or anything you want to collage, it's a good time to start gathering them.
Absolutely.
Did Matthew have a question?
Now,
No, Matthew?
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
How did you get into collage?
Well, I think it was Lizzie that was showing her room.
Yeah.
And it made me think of my room when I was in junior high and high school. There was like wood paneling on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And I covered them like most everybody when you're a teenager with posters and stuff. But I covered them so much that you couldn't see the original wall. And they were thick layers. I would just collage over other things. And I never thought about it until I started to collage like, I don't know, 10 years later. But I didn't think of it as art or anything when I was covering my walls. And then when I started collaging, I didn't think of it as art either. I just thought it was a fun thing we were doing. I was kind of late to realize that collage was art and that the collage party was a thing, which has helped me make it a little bit more honest and sincere because I didn't think about it too much.
And then, is that your favorite type of art?
It is. That's a kind of a funny question because it's what I like to make. But I think if you gave me a bunch of money to buy art, which you don't have to do unless you want to, I might buy some paintings. I keep thinking that I'm going to go back to painting one day. But before that, I'm going to start quilting, which is my really exciting new move that I'm going to do this fall and winter. Because it's like collage. And I was thinking about getting material from other people. So it would be kind of community based that way. And I know that there's some quilting clubs out there, so I can find my community of people to hang out with.
We've got some amazing creative growth quilters as well.
Yes, and the rugs. Yeah, I'm jealous. I wish I could come learn there.
Maybe you could join one of our textile Zoom classes.
Yeah, sign me up, please. That would be great.
I see a lot of the same hands, and I just wanted to check and see if there's anybody that hasn't asked a question yet that might have a question or comment for Paul. Go ahead and raise your hand if you haven't asked and you have something on your mind. I see Pam. Are you asking on behalf of one of the artists, Pam?
I think Diana Lois raised her hand. I'm not sure if she has a comment.
Looks like she has something to show us.
Nice.
I can't quite see her. There she is.
Okay. Surprise, surprise.
Love that one.
Very nice. I don't know all my hand expressions yet, sorry.
Thank you.
Well, we have a few more minutes for a few more questions. It looks like Alice and then maybe Jorge.
To let you know, you guys remind me of my mom's side of family. My mom's side of family do quilts, and I haven't do anything about that at all. But I really hope you want to learn how to do quilts.
Wouldn't it be nice to give somebody a quilt to keep them all cozy and warm, they would just love you and be your best friend forever.
Well, just my mom's side of the family. My grandmother is a home ec teacher, and she do lot of different things, even collages and everything. So I forgot to mention that to you,
I love
Paul.
that. Maybe we could see some pictures one day.
Yeah, my grandmother is Alice Bohoffer. I got my name from my grandmother.
Okay.
And she passed away before I was a little baby.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah, my mom's mother. My mom's mother was in her 20s when her mom passed away in the 20s.
So you got to know her a little bit through her quilts that she made.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and crochet ones when she made orange and brown and green crochet thing go over your shoulders.
Hey, Al, we just have a few more minutes, so I'd like to see if we can squeeze in a couple more questions.
I'm just letting you guys know about that and to let you know about my grandmother and my mom's mother.
That's a great story. Thank you.
Jorge, I see you've been frantically fluttering your hand for a while now, but you're muted, so go ahead and unmute yourself, and again, try and speak as quietly as you can.
When you sing the thing, when you sing the money thing or something, do you feel there don't be any people or those on the glue in the house?
Jorge, I'm sorry, it's worse than ever. I know we worked on it this morning. I thought we helped a little bit, but it's unintelligible.
I think I understood. You said, Paul, that was an incredible talk. Really enjoyed it. I have so much fun collaging with you every time you visit.
Oh, I said when you sing that thing, we're gonna do the collage. When you sing some glue over here because I don't have
Yeah,
glue.
You know, on Charlie Brown, the teacher?
Yeah.
That's
No,
what you sound like.
I've got it this time, Jorge. You're asking about the materials.
Yeah.
We're sending collage kits to everyone. Everyone will get a collage kit. There's nothing to worry about. It will contain everything that you need to make a series of collages. So,
Lizzie, I don't know Shawn Mendes. I'm sorry. She sent me a message. I don't know Drake. And Matthew, thank you for your kind words about the Raptors. That's very, very generous of you after last year. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know,
Matt?
and people that like the Raptors.
Steph Curry was here playing basketball with Drake last week.
Yeah,
I thought you didn't know Drake. Now
I'm
you
a
know his
Warriors
schedule.
fan.
Matt?
Yeah.
I'm
sure.
also a Warriors fan.
Well, we'll have to talk about sports another time because.
You serious? You're not a Warriors fan?
Okay, we're not going to talk about sports right now, folks. We're going to finish up talking about
Eli's had his hand up for a while, and then Gail as well. So let's start with Eli and then Gail.
Yeah, I just wanted to put out there that I actually do a little bit of cause myself because my room is plastered every wall and door of famous people and heavy metal bands. Is just I think some of Paul has rubbed off on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do collage and assemblage, right, Eli?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait till the day we all get to collage together in the same room. But I'm looking forward to our compromise of next week. Doing it virtually is going to be pretty awesome. So good to see everybody's faces. Gail, do you have a question?
Oh, I just wanted to tell Matt, I don't need a scissors, just some paper and cardboard.
Okay, we'll try to accommodate the specific requests, but just for simplicity's sake, since we're making 90 kits, they might just all end up being the same. And if you get some scissors or a glue stick and you don't need them, that's okay. You can give them to a friend or family member or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gail, maybe you cut collage with both hands.
That's a
Use 2 pairs
fantastic
of scissors.
idea.
I,
That's twice the cat collages.
Twice as much, yeah. Twice as much.
I already have magazines too.
You got your cats?
Yeah, cat calendars.
I have scissors.
Okay, Frankie looks like Frankie's got a question.
I had another comment, which is just another thing that I love about the collage party is that, you know, I'm a staff member, so I get to spend all week of creative growth hanging out with you guys all the time, and I love it so much. And during the collage party, I get to invite my friends who don't work at creative growth to come into creative growth and to hang out with you all and sit next to you while making art next to you. And they get a little bit of a taste of what it's like to work in the studio. And they always love it. And I love being able to share that with and bring my friends into our community.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I bring a friend or two every time I visit too. I just want them to meet everybody and hang out and experience creative growth. It's a pretty good party we have there.
I think that seems like a phenomenal note to end on. What do you
That's
think,
what I was
Paul? It's a
thinking.
pretty good party we have there.
Thank you so much, Paul. That was really wonderful. And it was especially nice to see your work too, because I haven't got to see much of that before.
I'm a little shy that way sometimes, but thanks for making me do it.
Yes, I'm glad I did.
It was great to hear, you know, some of the compliments and stuff, because you don't know, you know, when you show your work, you don't always, you're not always there to hear what people say about it. So that was really good for me too.
Good, I'm glad. Thank you, Paul, and we will be seeing you very soon.
Yes.
October 2nd.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Paul.
That was great.
Bye, folks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for everybody.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Thank you.
Bye, Edwin.
Bye,
everybody. Bye, Lauren.
Bye, Jorge.
Thank you so much.
Matt,
I will
Lisa.
try. Frankie and I had an idea, so we will try.
See you guys.
Larry.
Bye.
Bye, Larry.
Bye, Gregory.
Greg. Bye, Robbie.
Bye.
Bye, Ricky.
Monica.
Hi, Ryan.
Bye, Nancy.
Okay, guys. See you later.
Bye, Paul.
Oh, there's Ellen too. Hi, Ellen.
Bye, everybody.
Secret
Bye,
silent
Gail.
chat.
Bye, Gail.